Hello, everybody, and welcome to Netjuk Arts. Today's topic, album review. And I'm here with another band possibly you've never heard of. Or if you did hear of them, you haven't heard from them for a very long time. And they may bring you a bit of nostalgia and pleasant music memories. Out of the late 80s, Downy, Mildew. Remember, I love this album design here. Look at this great photo against a photo. It's just really simple, smart, beautifully designed, and evocative. That's also how I would describe their music if you're not familiar with them. Remember when college radio, alternative music was just starting out? College radio was big, and alternative music was what they were attaching to stuff that you couldn't quite label classic rock and roll, and you couldn't label new wave. New wave was kind of bottoming out and closing, and there was this whole new rise of bands that were bringing kind of a different, softer and smarter kind of rock. Well, that's what these guys are. It's like I might even call it like bookstore rock. That they might play in the background when you were looking around a bookstore. Back when bookstores were cool and real and authentic. Not like the local chain bookstore that there is today at the mall. And even then, those are dying out, right? I'm talking about when bookstores were real things. You might very well have heard this album while you were browsing around in there. And you would have gone up to the clerk and said, hey, who's that band? Who are you playing? I really dig it. I got turned on to this group by listening to college radio back in the days. KSPC out of Claremont College. Anybody remember them? I loved that station back in the day. They turned me on to so much good music and so many new bands back in the old days. All right, so let's check out album liner. There's not much there, but the label gives us a photo of the band, and they give us side 1 and side 2 lineups on the label there. Side 1 really takes you on a little bit of a musical journey. The songs are bouncy, clear guitars. It's not hard rock, but it's good rock. Classic late 80s, early 90s male-female duet singers that go well together. Who are the singers? Charlie Baldonado and Jenny Homer. Really a beautiful duet that work well together and interplay, singing with each other in the same songs. Side 1, each one of these songs, they were all in heavy rotation on the college radio stations back then, and they all deserved it, all of these songs. Side 1 builds slowly to Good Dream, which really becomes like the crescendo, like the most energetic and unleashed the electric guitar feeling in their band. Takes you all the way up, and then really great in composition style, Hollow Girl balances and tails us off to close out the side. Evocative, stirring emotions. I really love this. And for those of us that love albums, that love LPs, this is why we love an LP in comparison to digital downloads of individual singles and so on. because you play the album through and it's the way the band intended it, or at least the producers intended it to be listened to in that order. And side one classically really plays that out well. Side two brings us to gives us Burned Bridges. That's in particular the song that brought me to buy this album. This is really good. Bouncy beat, the duet works very well. Jenny's vocals with a heavy echo in the background works really very well. Everybody's Gone, also a really great song. Closes things out, and it's a really great crescendo of everything that the band does and how they do it well. This album, I really can't say enough for this style of music. Once again, if you're looking for, you know, some hard driving rock and roll, this isn't it. But it's good stuff anyway. Remember when coffee shops were real, when they were authentic, and they played music while you were in there with your friends and just blowing off a couple of hours, drinking coffee and talking about anything and everything and nothing at all? This is the music they were playing. Before coffee shops became caricatures of themselves and were full of either obnoxious hipsters or people occupying every table in the place for hours with their computer doing their office work. And it brings me chills, that idea of a coffee shop today. But back in the 20th century, which seems so long ago, before coffee shops were just ironic facsimiles of what they used to be when they were something like you could call authentic. And they had local artists hanging on the walls, and they would have poetry readings on the weekends. And it just felt like something real was happening. This was the music. This was the soundtrack to that. And if that's something you wouldn't mind revisiting or experiencing for the first time if you never partook, Downy Mildew, pick this album up, BroomTree. Highly recommended. It will grow on you with repeated listenings. It's very good stuff. They know what they're doing. The musicianship is clean and it's right on. The singing is there. Just really good work. I almost wish they would get together again and put out an album tomorrow. I'd buy it. All right. Come across this in your used record bin, Downy Mildew. Highly recommend it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Netchook Arts. Oh, please. Like, please, subscribe. Peace.